Hello, amazing coaches. I've been talking to so many coaches lately, especially on the topic of artificial intelligence. And so many of them are expressing that they're feeling so completely overwhelmed by all the options that they have in the artificial intelligence world. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm behind before I even get started with it. And what I've been seeing is probably three major reactions that a lot of the coaches are having right now. One is they start looking at all the options. They're like, this is so cool. And they check one thing out and they check the next thing out and they check the third thing out. And after a while, they become distracted and overwhelmed. They throw their hands up and it's like, you know what? I'm going to do this later. So that's one of the reactions. Probably the more common reaction that I'm seeing is that they're trying one or two things. They saw something cool, using ChatGPT for copywriting. And so they start doing some of their copywriting. And it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's saving me a little bit of time. No big deal, but it's helping just a little bit. And then one of the most insidious and scary reactions that I'm seeing from people are, people who are using fancy images and they're creating, these fancy algorithms and tools and everything. And suddenly the coach thinks just because you can do something super cool with AI, that you should do something super cool. And they spend hours doing something. And then they're like, why am I even doing this? This isn't even moving the needle forward in my business at all. So we wanted to let you know that we have a workshop coming up on Friday the 21st that's meant specifically to counteract some of that and to give you some really real world, hands-on, practical tools that we've been using ourselves that work specifically to move the needle forward in our coaching businesses without the rabbit holes, without the fluff, without the distraction, and without throwing your hands up in the air.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this, Rob. That was a great description of some of those feelings. And I think we've all felt AI is like it's coming, it's here. It's already here actually. And so this isn't just about any AI tools. Like we don't want to use all the AI tools. We're coaches ourselves. So we're like sharing the things that we're using in our own business to achieve actual real results. So if you're new to AI, that's totally okay. If you don't know what AI stands for, you should definitely get out from under the rock that you're living in because it stands for artificial intelligence. And we're not talking about the other AI that before this year was probably more common, like aerial imaging or artificial insemination or airborne intercepts. This is not the AI. We're talking about artificial intelligence. It's a really important topic for coaches. If you don't think it's important for coaches, you definitely need to listen and come to our workshop. And by the way, I used AI to come up with that quick list of acronyms in like 5 seconds. I couldn't even quickly think of any other acronyms for AI on my own, so I just typed
I
them in.
had I had one because I was all my facilitation was around appreciative inquiry, and that
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
even one of the ones that was brought up. So
appreciative inquiry. I should have thought of that one. Nice. But as we say in coaching, right? You cannot see what you can't see. So you want those aha moments, like your clients get with you, right? So, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. That's so important, so critical. We want to give you those around AI, and just like with your clients, again, we don't want you to be overwhelmed. We want you to say, "Oh, I can do this, and this is gonna move the needle." So you don't need to buy all the AI tools and like the new one that's coming out literally every week. Uh, we we think that coaches can do a lot with the kinds of things that we're going to be talking about, and it's not that expensive to use these tools. So we want to invite you to our special workshop. If you came to the last, this is our second one. If you came to the first one, we have we've shared some really powerful coaching techniques using AI. For example, around powerful time saving summaries, or creating and improving your frameworks, or we even touched on using it in your sales. There's a few different things that we covered in that workshop, but this time we're going to dive deep into developing your business, discovering leads, connecting with clients and what they actually want, capturing testimonials faster, capturing them easier, some powerful marketing and sales tools and techniques, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like there's so many cool things that are actually relevant in a coaching business. And so we're going to be diving deep specifically for coaches on using AI that way.
yeah, and I think as Daniel just said, one of the things that's really important is we saved. I mean, we got raving reviews from the people who were attending our past workshop, and they were able to turn around and implement a lot of the things that we taught them right away to save themselves hours of time. But the one thing that we keep hearing people saying they want is, oh, I need to get more clients. How do I get in front of people? Where do I look? What if I don't have a list? Where do I find my ideal clients? And so we're going to be speaking specifically to that. This particular workshop is going to be some of the tools we're using ourselves in the business development, in the marketing, in improving ourselves as a salesperson, in creating personalized and customized emails that you can send to clients after a workshop, and maybe even doing some real-time research with your clients so that you can speak as though you're speaking directly to them and understanding exactly what it is that they need right now in the marketplace today.
Yeah. And Rob, what you're really talking about is this is beyond the basics. Like if you think this is about getting started with ChatGPT, well, this is not that. If you can figure that out somewhere else, right? Like go do that before you come to the workshop, because if you don't know how to use ChatGPT yet, you should know. So like don't think this is about the basics in ChatGPT. It's quite a bit more advanced and specifically focused on coaches.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And one of the things we're realizing now is it was nice to have, this is a tool that was kind of an option. It was nice to have in the modern coaching landscape. The coaches who are utilizing and leveraging the tools that we're using today in AI are going to far outpace the coaches who are not using it. So we're not particularly worried that AI is going to replace coaches wholesale, but we're pretty darn sure from what we've seen that the coaches who are really embracing AI and know how to use it in real world ways and practical ways are going to so substantially outpace the coaches that aren't using it, that it is possible that the coaches who are not aware of what's possible could get left behind in the dust in just a matter of months. So like, this is not something that's really an option for you to like, oh, I'll think about this later, I'll do it later. The marketplace is changing so rapidly today. And it's one of the reasons why we've really spent so much time recently diving in on what works today, what's real, what's practical, and then how can we use it in real world terms for our coaching business. And more importantly, the design of the workshop is not one of those things where you can walk away and implement it someday. You're going to walk away and like, I'm going to do this tomorrow. We've had a lot of people from our last workshop, and we expect the same thing with this workshop, that are literally going to jump off the call with us and start using the tools that we teach them right away, because they're actually that practical and that useful for you.
Yeah, like fine tuning some of the marketing strategies that you're using, leads and referrals, discovering those ones that you didn't know existed or that you could leverage, understanding what your clients really want. And there's some crazy ways to craft customized follow-ups that Rob mentioned before, but we also want to show you how we created our own chatbot clone of ourselves that knows all our content and our teachings about group coaching, which is our other expertise. And so we want to show you how we set that up and how you could set that up for yourself right away. And how we would love to help coaches do that so much faster, because it took a lot of time. But we kind of know how that works now. So we'll show you what we did. And if you struggle to gather testimonials efficiently, we have an AI solution for that too. So even you can apply this to your past coaching calls that you have recordings of, and you can use that right away. So there's so many things we can do, and we can show you on this workshop that I know you're going to love. In fact, pretty much everything we are going to cover could be used right away. So like, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. This was like when Daniel was talking about the tool that we found, like literally when I showed one or two of my friends this, they're like, this is what you talked about a year ago. You said you wanted this. And I said, this has to exist, or somebody has to invent it soon. And now somebody has. So like, we're going to show you that. And hopefully if you're somebody that has a lot of content already, you'll feel the same way. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we live in a world where this is possible.
Yeah.
So
and even if you don't have a lot of content, it's going to be applicable to you in a different way. So, so that you can use your easily generated content to create that. But anyways, I'm so confident that everyone's going to learn things they've never seen before in this workshop. And also as a bonus, if you register for this workshop, we've done another workshop on specific coaching tools that is a little bit different from this one. And we're covering different things this time. That workshop number 1, that's going to be a bonus. You're going to get that for free when you register for this workshop. So we're excited. Like both of these workshops are still super relevant and powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, mark your calendars. The workshop is going to be on the Thursday, December 21st at 12 Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be approximately 90 minutes. We'll obviously have some time to do some case studies. We'll take some questions from people. But seriously, this is one of those workshops that's going to make the difference between you succeeding at one level this year and you succeeding at a significantly higher level. So we really hope you can join us on the workshop. We're going to provide the link below the video so that you have access to it right now for a limited time. We even have a very small opportunity to sign up at a lower cost. And so you could participate, join us live, ask your questions, participate, interact with us. And if you can't, no problem. We will be having the replay just as we did with the first one, so that you can watch it at your own leisure. And then for anybody that attends either live or signs up for the replay, obviously the replay is going to be available on a continuous basis, because this is very likely to be one of those workshops you're going to be going back to over and over again as a reference point.
Awesome. And so this workshop is called AI Tools You Cannot Live Without for Coaches, and how we use them. So we're really excited to see you then. We will see you on the 21st. So sign up now at the link below.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.